Turn this one down. Hey, what's happening? Uh, hey, so can any hold on. Let me get to a chat real fast. Indigo Earth Angel, what's going on? Let me come over here to YouTube real fast. They running 720 through the stream. So what up, man? What's up? Anybody here yet? I'm a little early. You know how I kind of like to do a pre-show a little bit. See how some things go. And this is a pre-show. Let me get over here. All right, anybody in? Hitting Murphy. There we go. What's going on? Got somebody in here. What's going on? Hitting. What's happening? All right, everybody that's in here so far, click the thumbs up button for me, please, so we can alert this algorithm. Maybe hopefully we can get this party started on time real fast. Just want to kind of elaborate on a video I posted earlier, just in case it really wasn't clear. This conversation is definitely for the Astro Geeks. You know what I'm saying? El Boki, what up? What's happening? What's going on? Everybody click the thumbs up button. Heavenly. Who sing that song? Temptations, the old school Temptation? I think that's an album called 1974. But what's going on? But yeah, everybody click the thumbs up button for me, please, so we can get this party started, get the people on up in here. I like to start a little early just to do a pre-show so everybody can get in here. People that's coming back, that's probably gonna watch this video for the first time. This is Hip Hop Astrology TV. And my job here is to really explain the cosmic or celestial phenomenon when there are events in people's lives. Like tomorrow night, me and Jew teaming back up. We're gonna do Trump, but it's gonna be on the other channel, Spiritual Politics. Because Trump got indicted. And but every time there's a major event, can planetary alignments that whose energies of the planets mirror the event? And if that be the case, then you should be able to forecast, because we can go however far in the future you want to go. You know what I'm saying? With a planet. So you can be able to forecast when it's likely, when that environment's going to get here. So which means what? You can prep and or avoid. You see what I'm saying? Because you already know. You know what I mean? I'll never forget years ago. I was telling this guy, like, nah, don't send no invite. Don't send no invite to your female companion at this time in the future, because it could be violent at that time. And homie was already into some stuff before in the past. And then lo and behold, when that time got here, probably like 8 months later, he had happened to have her on a ticket. And I was like, yo, you remember what I told you a while? You're like, oh yeah, see? And so like you can be able to foretell what the environment is going to look like, you know? And so I'm going to release a project. We about to start working on it. Um, I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you the Nipsey Hustles, the King Von, the Pop Smoke, the PNB Rock, the XX Extension, Takeoff, Young Dolph, Pac, Biggie, Big L, Jam Master Jay, Soldier Snell, Mac Dre, Lil Snoop, Mo 3, Jada Youngin, and that's just getting started. I am going to show you the pattern that takes place with this. All right. So that's gonna be pretty dope. Um, so depending on the layout of how that's gonna be, that's probably gonna be, it's gonna be a nice little length. May have to put that on Patreon. Um, because this one here is for, this is time to study, man. You know what I mean? Like, in my opinion, to be able to know this don't mean you gotta be, a reader. It just mean like, hey, you know what I'm saying? I'm aware, and at least I can calculate it. You know what I mean? To know when to be aware, or you know what I'm saying. Let me just holler at my man and to see if I can get this taken care of. Which, um, excuse me, I'm working on something becoming on Patreon where people have been asking me for, how to get in on certain memberships that I have. And the reports, I'm going to let people in. If you want a personal report, these personal reports, I look at them, although it's generated by a software I didn't write, but I look at it and I highlight it and I put my notes and commentary on it. And in the body of the email, I'll tell you what's happening when I send it to you. And I'm giving it to you like today is March 30th. So everybody with me, like today, I sent everybody that's within, my private membership, they got a personal report from me about April. You see what I'm saying? So they already got a heads up on, how to maneuver and what to do. All right. So I'm gonna open that up, but it's gonna be limited because see what has to happen is if I got, X amount of people in here, you know how many reports I had to send out? You know what I mean? And I gotta read these things through an entire month, one after like I'm not doing that. You know what I mean? Like I'm not about to be in a position where my life is just doing that. That's not happening. So it's going to be very limited, very limited. And I'm telling you, what's up, Chef? Chef got some money coming. I'm so expecting such a big bag from you because you got some money coming. Um, but I'm not. It's going to be limited, and it's cheap, man. It's going to be super duper cheap. Like less than $1 a day. You know what I'm saying? For me, my time to take time out my day, look at this and highlight it. But see, that is me giving you value, and that is me knowing that I absolutely did my best to be able to help you when it comes to that. You understand what I'm saying? So I ain't tripping off that, but I can't, it has to be limited and it will be limited. Now, there's going to be another thing I'm going to drop inside of Patreon where it's going to be, hey, like tonight, oh, let's kick it. Let's go ahead. I'm talking to y'all, my people that's in here. Oh, y'all signed up for this? Okay, cool. Because a lot of people have been asking me, hey man, can you seem like I'm hearing some feedback on this. Hold on, let me turn this mic down a little bit. A lot of people have been asking, like, hey bro, can you teach me? You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, when you holding the course? And this is not going to be like a course, but it's going to be a course if you get my drift. So in other words, you know what I'm saying? I may come in and start breaking something down and all the content is going to already be there. You just scroll through the content. You know what I'm saying? And of course, we have live calls and whatnot where we can do Q&As and we can talk about some things. But it ain't going to be a course like, hey, week 1, you're going to get this. Week 2, you're going to do that. I'm not in that mode in that particular space and whatnot. But I am open for open dialogue. And I think people perhaps may learn better when you ask a question about something that's on your mind versus me setting you up going through a whole tier system in a sense, right? And so if you got questions and it'll work like, hey man, what's well, Mars is here, how do you see that? You know what I'm saying? And it's like, oh, okay, you now you asking because you want to know versus me just setting you up astro 101, you know what I mean, things like that. But that's going to be really 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 affordable for you guys, like $15 a month, where we can just get in and we can just have open conversation and whatnot. And then obviously my people that's already with me, they grandfathered in and they'd be in the building as well. You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, all right. So listen, man, everybody click the thumbs up button. That's in here. Let me go to the YouTube side of this real fast, see where we at on that. But yeah. Everybody click the thumbs up button for me. You know what I mean? And we get this algorithm popping. Come on, make the make the thumbs up, the likes match the view count. You know what I mean? That way it can alert the people for me and whatnot. Um, all right. Come on, keep going. All right. Click the thumbs up button so we can make this happen real fast. Yeah, I drink some water. I drink a lot of water, man. All right. All right. So how I'm gonna do this? Because I know y'all can see me. Hold on 1 second. I want to go get a picture real fast before I share my screen. My man Cam on the jam, man. If you in here, bro, or you catch this on the replay, you got to get with me, man, because YouTube is copyrighting your beat. They ain't striking me, but they will not let me monetize the channel with that beat on there. And they don't have a section where I can upload the license. You know what I'm saying? I haven't seen it. So if you can help me out, and or well, I want to get with you anyway, so we can get in the lab and perhaps produce some stuff that ain't got no claims on it and whatnot, and I can just get something straight from you that's not out there in the marketplace. You know what I'm saying? So please get with me, bro. My email is right here. Lady Lotus Healing Tarot. What's up? What's going on? How we looking on likes, man? Where y'all at? Nope. Come on, man. Everybody that's in here, click the thumbs up button. Let's go. Let's go. Let me hit present, share screen. Share screen. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. Y'all ready? Is y'all ready, Freddie? Okay, so let me do a slideshow and blow it up so it can be as big as possible on your side. All right. All right. So again, our condolences from over here at Hip Hop Astrology TV, man, to because somebody did lose their life in this situation in Memphis. People were injured and whatnot. And again, my goal is to bring more of a spiritual context to show you that this universe that we say we pray to, that we know is alive, and give it to the universe, it is very much alive. And there is an awesome way that we can be able to determine the likelihood of many realities. Many realities simply mean, hey, man, is this a good season for relationships? Is this a good season for investments? Is this a good season to beef up my security? You know what I'm saying? Like, when you gonna be in that cold red? You know what I'm saying? When that cold red gonna be on your doorstep? You know what I'm saying? Like, you need to know that because it's very, very serious. So today, Yo Gotti's mother's restaurant was shot up. A person was killed in Memphis, Tennessee. Okay. So I'm going to walk you through a system. Tonight is 100% as with all of them, but this one is more of a technical education because I'm going to walk you through the chart. And if you have any question, comments, when I get to that part of it, please feel free to ask because I want you to be able to understand what I am telling you. Okay. So today on March the 30th, 2023, Gotti is 41 years of age. Okay. Um, I don't have my notes, but I'll show you. So he's 41 today. All right. Now, when he was born, which was 5/19/1981, the sun was at 28 degrees Taurus. Okay. I want to pause right here because you absolutely need to understand that the 12 zodiac signs that you see, you can tell which one are the signs, right? These 12 zodiac signs are symbolic for the 12 months in the year because each month you go into a zodiac sign. It's just our calendar month, the first of the month that's coming up in 2 days, isn't the same, or the first of the month that's coming up in a few days is not the same as the first day of a zodiac sign, because zodiac signs usually start on anywhere from between the 21st of the month to the 23rd of the month. It's always within that, most of the time it's always within that little pocket. Okay. So, but this is what it's really talking about here. So each zodiac sign has 30 degrees. But how many, on average, how many days do you have in a month? 30, right? And so time as we know it, this is the real clock of destiny right here. All right. Shout out to the elder CM Bay who been wrote that many, 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 many moons ago. But this is the clock of destiny. It really is. And so when you understand May 19th, which is Gotti's birthday, you have to understand that in about 2 days on the 21st of May, it is going to be 0 degrees Gemini because that's going to be the first day of Gemini. So in 2 days, y'all going to see people talking about it's Gemini season. You're going to see that. And so when you look at Gotti's sun at 28 degrees, he's basically the last 2 degrees of Taurus season because there's only 30 degrees in a sign. Now, as I explained earlier, the sign starts at 0 degrees and ends at 29. So if you count 0 as 1 and you count 29, that's actually 30 numbers you counted, which is 30 degrees. So it doesn't go from 1 to 30, it goes 0 to 29. That's important to understand. Okay. So his sun degree is 28 degrees, 57 minutes. That's what that number stands for. 28 degrees, 57 minutes Taurus. Now, what I'm not showing is this region of space is a very volatile region of space. Perhaps maybe I'll come back to it and show you, but it has malefic energies up in this region known as the Pleiades, which deals with women. Algol, known as the demon star, is up in this region of space. Betelgeuse, well, Betelgeuse is a little bit up, but not too far. And it's just a very volatile region of space. Very. Okay. And so remind me to show you guys that. In fact, I'm going to take a note. I'm telling you, man, today's going to be y'all going to class tonight. So I'm going to come back and show you Algol. Okay. All right. So if we stay at his sun degree, look at the bottom at 5/19/1981, his sun, where was it at? It was right there at 28 degrees Taurus. You see? So if we move that arrow 2 over, we're going to be at the big cuss line that says, hey, this is the beginning of Gemini. Now, what I'm about to show you guys and ladies is this. There's a technique called progression. It's known as secondary progression. The law of it states that, hey, every year of your life, the sun moves up 1 degree. So if Gotti is born in 81 and it's a 28-degree Taurus, on his first birthday, it's going to move up to 29 degrees. On his second birthday, 0 Gemini. So every year, the sun is going to progress 1 degree. Okay. Now, when we move up here and it says plus 30 degrees equals 28 Gemini, because if he's a 28-degree Taurus plus 2 degrees, which is 0 Gemini, now we have to get up to 28 degrees. So now we'll move up 28 degrees. The 28 degrees plus the 2 degrees we left, because remember, we're going to start at 28 Taurus. So what's after 28 Taurus? 29 Taurus. What's next after 29 Taurus? 0 Gemini. Hold on, let me make sure ain't nobody got an emergency going on. All right, cool. All right, so 0 Jimmy. So that's 2 degrees. But now we got to get to 28 degrees Gemini. So now we just move up 28 degrees, because if we at 0, we just got to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all the way to 28. So the 28 degrees we moved up plus the original 2 to get to 0 Gemini equals 30 degrees. So the key here is to know that 30 degrees will always land you on the next sign. Okay, so you can go 30 degrees back, it'll be the same number. You can go 30 degrees up to the next sign, it'll be the same number. Okay, 30 degrees puts you on the same exact number. Okay, so now if we 30 degrees and we at 28 Gemini, pay attention. We're say plus 30 degrees, we at 28 Gemini. Let's move up 2 more degrees. So now that's 29 Gemini, 0 Cancer. Now, if we had 0 Cancer, we're trying to get to the sun where the sun says 8:59, which is 8 degrees 59 minutes. But notice I put 9 degrees Cancer. So if we already moved 2 degrees from 28 Gemini to 29 Gemini to 0 Cancer, and we're trying to get to 9 Cancer and we at 0 Cancer, the only thing we have to do is move up 9 degrees. So the first 2 degrees that we left from in progression, 28 degrees Gemini, 29 degrees Gemini, 29 degrees Gemini and 0 degrees Cancer, plus the 9 more degrees that we have to go up where it says 9 Cancer, where his sun is, that's 11 degrees total. So 30 degrees plus 11 degrees equals 41 degrees. So the reason why his sun is no longer at 28 Taurus at the bottom, because we saw that's where it was when he was born, through the law of progression, which he's 41 years of age, his sun has just progressed 41 degrees. Can I get a check? Let me come out and see you. Do you understand before I proceed to give you what you need? Put it in the chat. Give me 777, because I always see 777. This shit is my thing. God said, boy, this is your thing right here. Along with that history, this your thing. Put 777 in there if you understand. If not, put a repeat. You with me? Let me see some sevens. I see heavenly. I need a couple confirmations. All right, put 777 in here if you understand it. Do you understand that law of progression of what just happened? Okay, y'all with me? All right. Okay. All right. All right. Hold on. Let me make sure. You cool? All right. So let me come back and blow this up. All right. Now, here lies the problem, ladies and gentlemen. If you pay attention to the red arrow, the base of it is Mars in the sky right now. It is pointing to the progressed moon. The moon is 26 degrees Gemini. Now, I know it looked like the moon is in front of the Cancer sign, and it is, but that's artwork. This is why you got to pay attention to detail. Now, you know, if it's at the beginning of Cancer where the moon appears, where Mars appears in green, 26 degrees Cancer can't be right there. You see? So that's how you know it's not Cancer. It's just the artwork is too big. So it's at the end of Gemini. So that's why I put moon degree 26 Gemini. But Mars in the sky is about 6 degrees away, around 2 degrees Cancer. That's called a conjunction. When Mars is conjunct moon, that could be a major problem. Usually it can be an emotional one, but the moon we know represents the female energy. Mars we know represents violent energy. It's violent masculine energy. It's armed services. It's war. It's gunshots. The moon represents mommy, your mother. What a coincidence. The moon in the sky, look at it in green, is where? In Cancer. We all know that each zodiac sign has a planet that says, hey, this is my home. This is where I belong. This is mine. So we say the ruling planet. The ruling planet of Cancer is the moon. The day that this incident happens, the moon just so happens to be in Cancer. By the way, she's only in each zodiac sign for about 2.5 days and she's gone. So that is, out of, let's just say if she goes full circle in 28, 29 days, she's only in the sign for 2.5 days. What a coincidence that it just so happened to fall exactly where his progressed energy is, which is the rulership. The moon is the rulership of this zodiac sign. Again, the moon represents mommy. The moon rules Cancer. He's a progressed Cancer, as we see, and Mars is in Cancer. Okay, this is a problem. Also, in this science, we can say, hey, moon, your home is in Cancer. That's your home. Mars can say, hey, my home is in Aries. That's my home. Well, each planet sort of gets a vacation home that it likes to be in. So the moon's vacation home is Taurus. We call that an exaltation. Okay. And so then planets also have signs that they don't like to be in. So they got a vacation home that they like to be in, then they got a sign that they don't like to be in. Well, Mars home that he don't like to be in is called Cancer. So now when you see that, you have to make a note like, got to kind of watch this because this energy don't do well here. It's kind of like this dude don't like it here. And so now when you have energy here, especially when the ruling energy is there in the sky to like kind of bring some intensity to it or bring that alignment to it, and then it's coupled with this malefic energy called Mars that's been noted to be in detriment or fall, as we would call it here, then that's something that's to note again. Like, okay, gotta watch this. And these are laws that have been written about since for eons. Okay. All right. Now watch this. Look at the progressions at the top arrow. It literally says, hey, his progress chart is dated for today, which is the day of the event. That red arrow at the very top says progressions for the 30th of March, 2023. Y'all see that? Okay. All right. Cool. So the sun by progression is what? 8 degrees, 59 minutes on the 30th of March, which is today. But I know this. What did I tell you? Now, 59 minutes, like 60 minutes in an hour, 59 minutes is the last minute of the degree. So it's 8 degrees, 59 minutes, which means this is the last minute of the 8th degree. Any day now, very soon, sir, you are about to enter the 9th degree. You want to see? Remind you at the top, it says March 30th. Now look at the date. That's just in 2 days. Where's his progressed sun at now? 9 degrees. You see? So technically, Yo Gotti, by progression, again, he's on the last degree of the last minute of the eighth degree, which means there's an energy getting ready to shift or something's coming to an end. So he can get ready to shift to get ready to go through the ninth degree with a hell of initiation. Okay. A hell of an initiation. Okay. So just to show you that. All right. Man, you gotta love this stuff. All right. So what's next here? All right. So that was really it. Just to really show you guys the progression. Now, I did say, so hold on. Y'all all right? Let me come back to you real fast. Let me come back. Hold on. Let me. All right, stop the screen share. Y'all good? Y'all okay? I'm about to go. Maurice, what up, bro? I missed you, man. Where you been at, man? I missed you in the gentleman's club, bro. Um, Stellarium. Welcome to StreamYard. I'm streaming. Mm, Hold on, y'all. All right, let me come now. Hold on. Let me get some tabs ready for you real fast. Astrology. Um, fixed stars. Hmm, Yeah, this one right here. Okay. Y'all good? Y'all all right? All right. All right. I'm about to show you guys something. Share screen. Share my entire screen with y'all. All right. So we saw in his chart he was like 28 degrees Taurus. Yes. So now what I'm looking at is a system called fixed stars. These are just stars in the sky, man. It'll tell you about some energy. So when he's at 20, his sun is at 28 Taurus. And so when you have something, especially that's really close, like directly 28 degrees, no more than 2 degrees, really three, but two is tight. The energy is like, oh shit, that's perfect alignment. Look at 26 degrees Taurus. And you see it right here because it say 26 degrees Taurus 10 minutes. This is also known as very unfortunate. What do it say? Saturn and Mars energy. Algo represents primitive female sexual energy, strangulation, beheading, danger to the throat and neck, murder, violence, right? Mass catastrophic events. The evil one, the demon star, passionate, intense, hysterical, pulsating, eclipsing, double star, associated with extreme creativity, the expression of the dark side. That's a 26 degrees Taurus. He's a 28 degrees Taurus. So it's something that could be dealing with women and murder. Okay. Women and violence. Okay. Now, he's also, since he's 28 degrees, let's look at 29 degrees. 29 degrees says, hey, this is the Pleiades, man. Blindness, also known as the Seven Sisters, as you see over here. Homosexuality, females power, feminine power, rather, right? Feminine power. Not too far as zero Gemini is Alclone, right? Homosexuality, trouble with the opposite sex, loss, sorrow, right? So when you get up around 26 to 26 Taurus, 28 Taurus, 29 Taurus, zero Jimmy, the energy starts to get real funny, right? So when was his birthday? 5/20. What was his birthday? 5, what was it? 5/21. Hold on, let me go back here. 5/19. All right. So 5/19, right? Now let me take you to the sky. You can actually go to stellarium.org and you can kind of type this in. They got a free download too. But we're going to change this date to 1981. Now let's get into some astronomy, baby. Okay. 519. Okay, y'all saw it. 5/19/81. That's his birthday. I'm gonna change the atmosphere to make it dark and cool. Light up the constellations, please. I can light those up if you wanna. And we're gonna look for the sun. Zoop. And what we're gonna do is just change the time so we can get the sun to come on up. And for me, for a minute, I'm gonna get rid of the constellations. I just want to see something, right? And so let's go out into space. Ooh, look at that. Y'all see the Pleiades? Y'all see that, right? I'm not making this shit up. See, that's why they said when you're born this way or born with the energy here, you're very close in alignment with the Pleiades, that you can see his sun and right there with the cluster of the Pleiades. Okay. And then right above that is this over here. See if we can get something on here. Bam, which is Algo, the demon star, right? So y'all saw, you can see it like that. And that's Algo, the demon star right there. Okay. Again, Kanye West has this energy as well because he a Gemini. And this is why Kanye West literally had that Medusa head in one of those covers he had in his head. You know what I'm saying? And so in this with the head in his hand and whatnot. So yeah, so y'all see it, but in perfect alignment with this malefic energy, right? Right. All right, man. All right. That's how that thing works. That's how it works. Okay. And so the to me, let me come so I can put my come see y'all. What's up, Miss Muhammad? So to me, you know what I mean? It's like, listen, man, you know what that mean? That means space has memory. That shit is the most, that's what really baffles me and Jew about it. Like, your average person that understands this stuff would be like, oh, you had Sun conjunct Mars or something. Do you know that physically, when you look at his progress chart, think about this. Physically, the sun is not right there today in the sky, nor was it there when he was born. I don't think we understand that. The sun is not right there in the sky. If he's a 9-degree Cancer, today, where we at? Like today, we're in Aries. The sun ain't in Cancer. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not. You know what I mean? We in Aries. When dude was born, he a Taurus, but his progress energy is there. Like it ain't nothing right there like when he was born. So now you know what that tells me? You know what that really tells me that we have to ponder? Well, if the where the planets were at when we were born, and when balls of energy, these planets come back to these same locations, we feel it. That's a little understandable because it's, again, space has memory, right? Oh, it was right there when I was born. I'm connected to this energy anyway. I'm connected to the universe. You see what I'm saying? So cool. But for your progress chart to say that, hey, this is hypothetical, this is where the energy is at because you've progressed as a human being, but physically nothing's right there, then that must mean that you got an invisible space body. It has to, you know? You got an invisible space body. Now, here's the kicker. That can't sound crazy because every time you go to sleep at night, you start to have an experience that you are not aware of. You don't know what you're going to dream about tonight. You don't know what you're going to do. You may be at the mall. The thing may fade. Next thing you know, you at a game. Next thing you know, you may be with your boo thing or something, right? So you don't know what you're going to experience in the dream world. So there's a part of you, that a major part of you that's in us, that we have absolutely no idea how it operates any damn way. You understand what I'm saying? For real. Seriously. So listen, man, that is something to think about. Okay. So anyway, let's get into some Q&A. Shoot them to me, man. All right. So progress energy. Can you please go over progress energy one more time? All right. So progress energy, just see it the way I see it is it's the equivalent of your chart, but it's your chart that has moved. So just like a mirror is not the same a mirror, but she's a mirror still, right? So just like you grow and mature over time, your energy says, "Oh, okay. Well, I'm going to move up too." So as you get physically bigger on Earth, the planet location where it was at was born like, "Nah, I ain't sitting still. I'm moving too." And here's the kicker though. In real life, the planets keep moving. The planets don't stop just because we were born. We just happen to take a picture at the time of your birth, especially when you get cut from the umbilical cord, because that's really the imprint right there. When spirit animates soul. Remember, in Egypt, spirit and soul ain't the same thing. They're not. Okay. And so once you draw your first independent breath, we just happen to take a snapshot of the locations, but those things are still moving. You see what I'm saying? So now we here in this 3D reality that has to wait a whole year just for the earth to get back to where it was in relation to the sun when we were born. In other words, since we live in a circular reality and our birthday is somewhere on this circle, if you take a piece of paper and you just draw a circle, and shit, if you want to, you can draw dates on it. Start with January the 1st and go all the way around the circle and end on December 31st. Wherever your location is in space, it takes a whole year, as we know, for the earth to come back to where it was that you call your birthday. And then you just progress the year on earth. But the energy's been moving, right? That's just a year of earth time, right? The moon then moved around this whole circle in 28 to 29 days. The moon did that shit in a month, what took the earth a year to do. Mars would say, "Oh, I'll do 2 years to go in a full circle." But nevertheless, it's still moving, right? Jupiter says, "Okay, it'll take me almost 12 years to go in a full circle." Saturn to say, I'm way out, but it'll take me 28 to 30 years to go in the full circle. Uranus, 84 years. Okay. And so these energies are still moving. So we got to catch up, right? So the progress chart is just you matured, more of a reflection that represents who you are now, but it does not cancel the other one out. Excuse me. They're both relevant. Clearly, they're both relevant. So it ain't about one over the other. That's your twin body right there. Your progress chart is that invisible twin that sometimes you got to pay attention to. Because see, if you don't know this and you're looking at the natal, then it's not there in the natal. I already know. Like when it don't show up in the natal, I'm like, oh, okay, I know where it is. It's over here on this plane. You see what I'm saying? So, boom. That makes sense. All right, Maurice, what's the best practices when using monthly reports? The email you sent said had a big month blessings coming in April. Yes, that's the practice right there. So um remember, I like to focus on three major areas, right? Money, relationship, code red, so you would never get caught up in some bullshit. All right. So when the money is coming, this is a time where everybody should always be on a vision and be on a bad game anyway. They, get into their business. But then there's a time when it's like, yo, bro, if you've been slacking, because sometimes we do, this is the time to sit your butt down and get really clear and like do your money visualization techniques, that's spiritual projecting from the mind, but most importantly as well, making sure that you're physically in the environment to do some things, right? Like how I'm gonna win the lottery if I don't go play the lottery? How I'm going to attract big deals if I'm not necessarily in the business of anything? You know what I mean? Or, I'm in business, but I'm an employee and it's just, I'm a forklift driver. How I'm gonna get to the next level? You know what I'm saying? And it's not like things don't happen. You know what I mean? But I'm a firm believer of, yo, bro, if you can your vehicle handle the bag? This is the reason why I got into real estate. So I do this like y'all can see, but I'm in my real estate office. This is actually my boardroom right here. Right. Then I got my office right here. And then it's the front office right there. And so for me, I got into real estate because it was like, okay, cool. Now this can handle what I'm looking for. You see what I'm saying? And so, but the point is that's when you do your thing, actualize, right? All right. Anybody else? Come on, shoot them to me. You got me. Let me come over here to YouTube because sometimes it's a delay. Mm-mm-mm. So y'all understood progressions. Um, was I supposed to show y'all something else? Okay, no, I wasn't supposed to show y'all nothing. I need to go back. Excuse me. If I go back in the archives deep enough, before Gotti and Angela Simmons got together, I did a video on those two because when he did that, I think it goes down in the DM with Nikki. That's when he's like, I got a thing. What did he say? I got a thing for Angela Simmons, right? So he was shooting his shot then. And that's what made me actually go do their chart. I gotta go find that video. It's here. I gotta go find that video, and now they rock it. You know what I'm saying? I gotta go see what that compatibility look like, man. But that's a fact. I did. I assume when he said that, that made me go do that. You know what I'm saying? And so, yeah. But any questions? Or y'all want to wrap it up and get on up out of here? Shoot it to me. That's it. That's it. Man, I thought we was about to do something. I guess this stuff is basic. Y'all too advanced. It's basic stuff to y'all. You got people like Indigo Earth Angels popping up in here, and you got Tarot Masters and Heavenlies and stuff. And I got Masters I'm talking to. What's up, Aaron? What's happening? Um, for newbies of mine, man, I'm so unorthodox. None. I can't say. That's a good. I couldn't really say to answer that question because I don't believe there was never presented in a way to do that. You know what I mean? To do the building blocks. Like when I first doing this, it became, you know what I mean? Let me show you correspondences and whatnot. Purple Star Goddess, what up? Now you can put it together from that, but I got something for you though. I'm gonna email you. I'm gonna email us on that computer right there. I'm gonna email you the self-activation workbook. The self-activation workbook, we wrote that back in like 2013 or something. Actually, probably older than that. Um, so the self-activation workbook is what lays it out for you to learn this and whatnot. I never did public videos on teaching it from the gate. It was always about correspondence and stuff. And so I'll send you the self-activation workbook. And that's how I get. I ain't talking to you particularly with this one, Aaron, but this is how I get people off me. They be like, man, man, I want to learn. Okay, yeah, all right, boom. I get on that workbook. Holla at me when you finish, and then and it's not hard. See, here's the thing, right? I was telling my people this the other day. Enthusiasm plus discipline speeds up learning. Okay, when you're enthusiastic about some shit, it's easy to retain. When you don't like something, it's hard, right? It's just easy when you like it. You want to figure it out because you have a joy for it. Now, sometimes we're curious, but that curiosity is just a basic curiosity. It's not something that you're necessarily enthusiastic about. You know what I'm saying? And so, enthusiasm and discipline, meaning keep coming back with it. You know what I mean? Is how you retain information and and when you learn an information to remember it, one of the, and neuroscience proved this, studies have proved this, act like you're teaching it, and it helps you retain the information. You act like you teaching it. You know what I'm saying? And this is how, I swear to God, in one day, and not a 24-hour period, in one day, I remembered all I know every president that won that year's election. And I'm a sucker for patterns. And so George Washington started in 1788. That's the first election. And then 4 years is 1792. And then another 4 years is what, 1796. And another 4 years is 1800, right? And then another 4 years is what, 1804. So that's five. And then 1804 plus 4 is 1808. But George Washington started in 1788. So what I did was, now the numbers is going to repeat itself. So now it's going to be a 20-year gap from 1788. You understand what I'm saying? To 1808. And then the next one is going to be 1828. And then now what I did was I put all the elections, because it's only 5 columns, and the number that it ends on, I put them in this respective column. And then I just went ahead and figured it, like just plugged them in. And then it's part of my little thing I got. But when you're enthusiastic about something and you're acting like you're teaching it, it's easy to retain. Super easy to retain. All right. All right. So North Node conjunct ascendant and synastry. That ain't the question, bro. You know what you're really saying? You this is what you're really saying. The South Node is on the DC, and that's a past life relationship that you was with. Forget the North Node on the ascendant, bro. That automatically means the South Node is on the descendant, and the descendant is marriage partners, and the South Node is the past. So this is a marriage partner from the past, especially if it's close. If those degrees of both of those points right there, because both of them are points. They ain't even physical bodies, right? They're points. If both of those points right there are close in degrees, tight, bingo. That's a past life relationship, bro. I wouldn't even pay attention to the ascendant in the first. Right? But North Node conjunct ascendant and synastry. Now what you're here to do is to, that's gonna be growth. And it's a two-way street. Just because it's somebody's North Node and it's somebody ascendant, the ascendant person may need to grow. Like, the energy don't care who do what, as long as the principles play out. I learned that lesson the hard way. It wasn't really a hard way, a good way, right? So you can tell, like in another system, right? You can, like, it's people who are their Venus to you, their Saturn to you. That's what their energy represent, right? Man, this cat was a Venus card to me. Very older, you know what I'm saying? Used to have him on the platform and shit. And he's still getting money off stuff I did for him years ago. The audience I brung to him, right? Still getting money. And even though he was my Venus card, it would seem like, oh, I can get money and come up off this situation. It was the other way around. And when I saw that, I said, okay, they don't care. Energy don't care as long as the dynamic plays itself out. Okay. And so this is going to be some growth, personality growth, you know what I mean? But it's absolutely something from the past, you know. Yeah. You're welcome. You're welcome. Yeah. Anybody else? Now I take it to 9:30, man. Get the likes up. I mean, let's go. Like, I'm in this mode. Let's go. You know what I mean? If not, then I can shut it down, go home, wash dishes, clean up my mess that I made, and kind of prep for tomorrow, man. I got a lot of stuff to do on that board, man. A lot of stuff to do. Um, I am looking for. I'm almost. I've been had the situation, man. I guess I'd be scary. I don't know, but we about to come up on a Mercury retrograde, so dare I not speak of that right now. But I need someone right next to me who is an integrator. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm damn near, ain't no damn near. I know what I can do. What I can do is 100% provide um shelter. You know what I'm saying? Gotta have a car. But shelter, you ain't gotta worry about that because I got property. That's nothing. But I may need somebody to do simple shit, man. Shit that I hate doing sometimes is calling the city and doing certain things. You know what I'm saying? Just following up on projects that need to be done. Or it may be, hey, I need a media person. Go down to the media school or call over there and set up an interview and see who want to intern. And just little simple stuff. And I'm a big equity person. And so you got to be hooked in on the vision and you can have a piece of that. And I don't care if you had a lion's share of that, because as long as you bring it and you're creating a new stream of income, you're manning that shit in a sense. I don't care if I'm way willing to give you the lion's share of it. You understand what I'm saying? And so, but you got to be willing to move, and you got to be willing to, like, let's get it. In an integrator, I'm a visionary integrator, but I don't want to be an integrator right now. You know what I'm saying? It's tedious. You know what I mean? There's a lot of things I have to create, and I need my number two, my COO, my operating person that know how to, excuse me, get shit done. All right. Hiram Abiff. Hiram Abiff, how I'm gonna get you up out of that grave, man. Can I give you that master grip to get you on up out of there? I dare say you're not Hiram Abiff. I dare think you are King Solomon himself. Pluto in Aquarius is happening in my sixth house, conjunct my natal Saturn and Moon for 20 years, man. So, first off, you want to make sure that mommy and or dad is in the best health as possible. Saturn represents dad. Sometimes it come off as mom. Moon is mom, so I'm kind of probably going to be mom. Um, this 6 years could, since it's in your sixth house, it represents the transformation of health. Saturn in the sixth, like, you can't play no games with health at this particular point. So you really have to be disciplined because that's Saturn. Just got to discipline yourself to, like, hey, now, I'm not gonna have the lamb burger. Right, I'm not gonna have lamb burgers. I'm going to just do my best. You know what I'm saying? Do your best to mind your health. Um, on another note, Pluto and Aquarius, we talked about earlier in another broadcast, is going to be powerful, influential people, groups of people, that's going to help transform your life. Old friendships within this period of time are not serving you, just boring as hell or stagnant. It's time to end those, and it's time to roll with something new, something that's renewing, same thing, powerful. And maybe it has some type of humanitarian approach to it that helps give to people. You know what I'm saying? So it's powerful groups of people, man, that can really change the world and whatnot. The sixth house is your work, your day-to-day work. So now this energy could be networking with groups of people inside of your work, but this also could represent some type of intense power struggle, Pluto and Saturn, an intense power struggle with somebody at work. I can't stress this enough. where you have to make sure that you are not stressed, because at this point of the game, Saturn and Pluto in the sixth, this could take a very ill effect on your health. So literally for these next, and this should be everybody's protocol. Health is first. Without health, we done. You're not enjoying anything. You know what it's like to be sick, or maybe some of you don't, but it's, where you can't do nothing type of sick. It don't feel good. And this is the beauty when it, and that made me look at, you know, health. You, let's just say you got health, you got wealth, you got family, you got, you know, um, relationships. If we ain't gonna say relationships, family, we got friends. There's different areas of our life. Health is the center point. And it's funny because when you understand cosmic law, you would think health would be first, but it's not. It's number six, which six is half of 12, which is the centerpiece. But still, you would think we would learn it first or learn the centerpiece of the thing. But health is the sixth grade. The zodiac signs is nothing but grades, 1 through 12. That's where high school come from. You understand? Or the whole schooling system come from, period, 1 through 12. Health is the sixth grade. But six is half of 12, which is the centerpiece, the nucleus of this thing. You see? So make sure that you're not holding on to anything that don't serve you whatsoever, because it can affect your health. High side, powerful, influential people where your work is about to go to another level. And perhaps even you learn healing of some sort and you're able to disseminate healing to others, and that can become a line of work for you. All right. I tell you offline, I'll never be telling, but I travel. So I'll tell you, Aaron, because I be on the move, man. Um, but yeah. Oh, so what's your opinion on Sidereal 13 planet astrology? No, absolutely not. Le- Learn, that's fine. Learn. The reason why I don't rock with that per se is because, like, take tonight's conversation for example. If Yo Gotti is a 28-degree Taurus in the Eastern Vedic Sidereal astrology, you know what they say he is? They say that he is a 20, they would say he's a 5-degree Taurus, because it's a 23 difference between two systems. Okay. What's up, Tanisha? Between two systems, right? Is 23 degrees off. So if you're born 22 degrees all the way to 0 degrees, these people will go to the previous sign. And that's why people be like, oh shit, I ain't a Taurus, I'm an Aries. You know what I'm saying? Because they go to the previous sign. But they never tell you though that only applies to the first 22 people, the first 22 days of the sign. The other remaining is so high that when we get reduced down, we're still the same sign. So like me, I'm a 27 Aquarius, almost 28. If you try to put me in Vedic, I'm still gonna be Aquarius. You see what I'm saying? And so we got to know that. One, two, when you look at the progression, as we just saw, progression is real as a mug, because we just saw this thing line up with Yo Gotti. If you take me back 23 degrees, in 23 years, I'm going to progress back to where I was when I was born in this system. You understand what I'm saying? So taking me back, I'm just going to come to that anyway. Another thing is, what validates that you're saying that the energy is like today? We saying the sun is in Aries. Vedic is going to be like, you're tripping. It's in Pisces, right? And that's because, here, and I'm going to show you. Let me share my screen. Let me share my screen. All right. So where we going? 2023. And today is what? 3:30. Uh-oh. Where the sun at? Boom. So we like, yo, it's Aries season. It was Aries last week. Vedic is like, nah, y'all tripping, yo. Look, the sun is in Pisces. They're off, right? That's what you say, right? So that's where they get that at. Now, here's my thing. Let me come back here. Here's my thing. If you saying that the thing that validates your thing is what you see with the naked eye, as far as the location, then I can show you an optical illusion called the moon. The moon don't physically, it ain't no such thing as a full moon and a quarter moon and a half moon. But yet we see it that way. But is the moon disappeared? No, it's not. So it's dealing with light shade. How is the sun above your head when you are always going around the sun? The sun is somewhere, let's just call it the center for us of our solar system, and planets are moving around it. So how is it above our head? How? The sun looked like it come up in the east, then it's south, and then it's west, right? So we see the wisdom of the east, we see the beauty of the south, right? So we see these things, right? We see these 3 points because we don't see it in the north when it get dark, right? But it looked like the sun is moving from these points. But here on Earth, the Earth is said to be moving, and that's what gives the illusion that the sun is moving from these different points. But we don't feel the Earth move, and our sense of direction is still the same, right? The piece of the place is right down there. No matter what the Earth is turning, it's always to my right when I'm facing this direction. So we don't feel this, but it gives the illusion as such. So we can clearly see there's an optical illusion going on. And so now, if you look at the mathematical difference, as I stated earlier, between the systems, 23 degrees, what a coincidence. The Earth is tilted at 23 degrees. So the illusion is the planets that we think are in real time, based off that tilt, they are looking like they are appearing basically 23 degrees backwards, when all reality they really up here. So it's no difference than if you extend something out to your side. Now I want you to lean back. Oh, when you lean back, it's in front of you, right? All right, cool. Now when you lean forward and look, oh, it's behind you, right? So when you want to tilt, the tilt is producing this illusion. And so it's too many illusions from the optical, quote unquote, real time to give that any precedence. And then I look into the world. If we're gonna use that science, then you're gonna tell me that, oh, okay, well, this ain't the age of Aquarius. This is the age of Pisces. How? Do we not see Bitcoin? Do we not see NFTs? Do we not see Teslas? Right? It's too much technology that says that's Aquarius and not Pisces. You see what I'm saying? And so I don't. That's why, because I know what's creating that. Now, 1312 reference, 13 has always been the moon thing. This is why when you look at the Jewish calendar, you look at the Chinese calendar, you look at the Islamic calendar, their systems is predicated upon moon. Because within the calendar year, you can have 13 new moons, and then you would have 12 full moons. Or it could be vice versa, right? You can have 13 full moons and only 12 new moons. So within a calendar year, and the calendar year is an Earth Sun relationship, the moon, who don't care nothing about that, it's 365, our 365 days, she's going to have a 12-13 ratio. She'll never have 13 new moons and 13 full moons, because for that to happen, it takes more than 365 days for that to happen, to have a full 13 and 13. So it's always going to be a 12-13 ratio. You see what I'm saying? So when I see the number 13, I already know that it's dealing with the lunar. It has nothing to do with the solar aspect of things. You see what I'm saying? And so 13 is feminine basically, and 12 is masculine. Far as our relationships go with the cosmic bodies. Okay. But I don't, and here's a kicker. This is how they both can be right at the same time, is because I was just having this conversation. Somebody made a comment about it. The planet itself. See, it's three factors in this science: the planet, the house, and the sign. So let's take, for example, today, everybody is looking at the sun at sunset. The sunset's where? In the west. The western portion of the sky is known as the DC, also known as the seventh house in astrology. Okay. So now we're looking at the same body, yes, the sun. We're looking at the same house, which is the location, a direction in space. All the house is a direction in space. So again, on the west, when the sun is setting, we call that the seventh house in astrology, known as the DC, which stands for descendant, because the sun is descending down at that point. So it appears. Very interesting, because the earth is actually, our part of the earth is turning away from the sun, and it gives the illusion that the sun is going down, but it's really our part of the earth that we're on is turning away from it. Okay. But anyway, I digress. So we are in agreement with the location, the western portion of the sky. We're in agreement with the body that we're looking at, the sun. I just say it's in Aries, and they say it's in Pisces, right? So now let's say Mars comes here, right? And then something happens that's Martian like. The sign is irrelevant. The house in location in space, far as the house goes, is irrelevant, because Yo Gotti's mama restaurant just got shot up in this Mars. You see what I'm saying? And so the planet is the ball of action. That's where the game is at. The sign don't never do nothing. It's always what? A planet in transit that's moving, that's in relation to where this planet was when you were born. That's the name of the game. So the game is with the planets. And so if we stay on the planetary aspect and looking at some things, then we're going to end up arriving at the same conclusion. So I don't even really get into it about it's really that house and that. Like I know what it is, but at the end of the day, when we get down to it, it's going to be the planetary energy that's going to manifest itself. And not that the signs don't, they do for sure, but so that's why I don't get into that part. It's an additional study, but for me, I feel like it's a waste of time. I'm gonna be honest about it. That's just me. you know. And you got a right to take 365 days and divide it up how you want to. You can divide it up into 20 days each, and I forget how many that'll give you. Whatever 365 divided by 20 is, you know what I'm saying? That's how many months you can have. You got a right to divide it up however you want to divide it up. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. All right. All right, I'll take one more. What we got? Right, because the earth rotates. You got held back in sixth grade? Bro, I got held back in second grade, bro. And I got Saturn in the second house. My mom held me back in second grade. That ain't fair. That was the divorce year. I guess maybe I was going through. So I'm not asking, do you ever think that maybe I was having withdrawal because my family, this was the first time that my mom and dad didn't live together as a couple when I'm in second grade and I failed? You ever think about that affecting me? How has that affected me? I give myself some therapy, man. You know. But we good? All right, man. I just wanted to tap in with y'all, man. I appreciate y'all for coming out. If you new, I know it could be a little long-winded and whatnot, man. I just wanted to kick it, but I thank all of you for staying because you guys are you're unique, you special. Um, so yeah, like I said earlier, though, I'll be opening up some things. Because many of you been asking me, how can you get into more of this kind of conversation and whatnot. Um, and teaching. So I'm going to present two things. I'm putting on the Patreon side. And again, like I said earlier, if you wasn't here, you get the personal astral reports. I outline these things. I may have showed the last video we did. I showed a testimonial from Vivian because she just won some lottery stuff and whatnot. And I told her, hey, play the lottery because you're about to win and whatnot. Um, but like I said earlier, it's gonna be very limited and whatnot because I cannot spend, I can't spend every day doing reports. I don't care if I gotta do 2 reports a day. I don't want to spend every single day doing particular that. So that's gonna be limited, and then it's gonna be an open session that's gonna be very affordable, like $15, where we have this conversation and we'll be going in. You know what I mean? We have a live call where we go in and I can drop content to give you guys a little bit of some stuff to think about and measure and do some stuff to really help you out on this particular, on this journey. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Sherelle? What's happening? We was listening to this Sean Sherelle, like you belong to him, but you do, girl. If this is you, we was just watching that. We was watching when we rented the mansion in Florida. We was just watching that video we shot down there, that little music video we did, just off the rip, having fun. We was looking at me and Jew was cracking up the other day. You know what I'm saying? Is on with Sean. That's you, Sherelle? Sean Sherelle? The stars align, the perfect time. Man, we was cracking the hell up. Like that nigga came out of nowhere and just started dropping that shit. But yeah, man, get with me. Manifesting bliss. What's up, Doc? What's happening? Oh man, sorry to hear that. Okay. I'm all like, yeah, you are his. You married. You know what I'm saying? Well, boop, pop my bubble, man. But tell him I said, what's up, man? That's my guy, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, we had amazing time down there, man. We was just looking at that video and whatnot. But anyways, y'all hit me up if you need me. Feel free. There's my email right there. When I build it out, it'll be a waiting list that you can absolutely sign up on. First come, first serve, man. Seriously. Cause I listen, I promise you, man, I'm gonna be honest with you. I really don't want to do it. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like, bro, you know, you get to the pearly gates and it's like, hey man, did you do your best in getting people this kind of information? You know what I'm saying? No, I didn't. I didn't even allow really. You know what I mean? So I'm doing it because I know it will help those who want to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? And get that for themselves. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to do it, but I don't really want to, if I'm gonna be honest about it. You know what I mean? But I do it sometimes because we got to do what we got to do, not what we want to do. Right? All right, man. So I'm out. I see y'all later. Peace.